Hi everyone, it's Sonia here. My last video, I told you that my son had a sore throat and I wanted to get him tested for strep, and we ended up having to go to the COVID testing center. So here's how that turned out. Oh my god, we need a strep test, and this is actually where we have to go. It's to the COVID place. It's the only way you can get a strep test now is to go to the COVID testing center. And supposedly you can decline the COVID test. But I'm not too thrilled about this.
COVID testing.
Oh, hi. He has an appointment for 12:15. What? The parking is full? Where am I supposed to park? On the street. How am I gonna get out? Are you gonna let me go around? Yeah?
Oh look, someone's doing a news report. How interesting. They got their little bag cards set up.
Gunnar, stop.
Oh, come on.
Wait, this one's not full. Gunnar, put the camera down.
Oh, but it's just interesting. You know, it's like a historical thing going on.
This guy's... You get out! I'm so stressed.
Okay.
He told me it was full and he was so rude about it too. He was rude too. He was like, whoosh, like go out in the street. Maybe he's gonna make me leave anyway, but whatever. I'm gonna try. So the thing is, he had an autoimmune reaction to strep when he was little. So I am not taking any chances if I see swollen tonsils and goop in his throat. I want a strep test, but the clinic won't give it to us because they said, oh, if it's anything but the throat, you have to go to the COVID place. So it's like we have no choice. I mean, I could also just ignore his symptoms and take the risk that he gets pandas again. No thanks. So, because this is like pretty much how it was last time you had strep. We just had the throat. There was really no other symptoms. We didn't even know you had it. So, you know, I'm not doing that. But apparently we don't have to get the COVID test, so let's hope not. Oh, COVID-19 testing for the public. So far so good. We do not have to do the COVID. We get inscription. Just sign up for his strep test. Just fill that out for the appointment. They've been very nice so far. It's like, yeah, we have an appointment with the doctor, so we don't have to go through all that other hoopla. You know what, I'm actually gonna put this on when I go in there, because let me tell you, I'm not afraid of COVID, okay? Make it clear, I'm not scared of it, but I know that if I get it or my son gets it, and for some reason this gets on the radar, I will not be able to take care of Aaron, and I'm his caregiver and he needs me. I cannot afford to get COVID and end up in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? I cannot get a positive COVID test because I won't be able to do my job, which is to take care of my own husband, because I'm his caregiver. And and you can't just replace me. It's not like I can just call someone else. This is a real problem. Like, I cannot get it. So I'm gonna put on all the gear. Make sure I don't pick it up in there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, oh yeah, it is small.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm so glad I brought him in now, because I do not want to take a chance with that.
Okay. It's negative, Mr.
It's negative?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like a viral throat infection?
Yeah, we will see.
This is the little room where they did the test. So apparently he doesn't have strep. Good. I'm glad I did it though, because it's swollen in the throat. And then they're saying, well, maybe the doctor will recommend a COVID test. But apparently, like, I really can refuse to do the test. I'm developing COVID symptoms just from being in here. I'm getting headache and stuff. Trouble breathing. When I come in here, I have no symptoms, and the doctor's like, do you have a headache? Well, actually, no, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Good job, little buddy. You can take it off. Okay, so here's the wrap up. My son here, he has a clean bill of health.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, he has some kind of viral throat infection. So let me wrap this up, Gunnar. So there's a few things that I've heard from people And so having been here myself today, I'm going to tell you what I found was true or not. First of all, regarding schools, I'd heard that if your kid has any symptoms, it's mandatory COVID test demanded by school. I don't know about where you live, but here, definitely not. Go ahead, open it. And even, actually, if your kid has symptoms, as long as it's only one symptom, they can even still attend school. So only if there's 2 or more symptoms, then they're not allowed to go to school, but nobody's making you get a test. That's what I found out. So today, everyone here was very nice, from the security guards in the front to the triage nurse to the doctor. They're all really nice people. Even the guy who was at the back door was like, have a wonderful day. I mean, really. Canadians, you know?
Except for the guy at the front.
No, they were all nice.
No, the guy at the front parking.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, but other than him, everyone else was appropriately polite for Canadians. So they did test him for strep first, and then sent him to see the doctor, who would have or not prescribed the COVID test, and she decided not to do it. She said unless they have 2 or more symptoms, she would not even prescribe a COVID test.
So, because you only has really one symptom, sore throat, it doesn't really merit a COVID test.
Okay.
Usually when you have 2 or more symptoms for this age group.
Okay.
If he starts pushing fevers, if
Yeah.
he starts having coughs,
Like if he's actually sick.
diarrhea, vomit, any other symptom,
Yeah.
if he gets to 2 symptoms, he buys himself a test. Stays with
Okay.
the sore throat already getting better, great, no worries about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
typically we're not over. I mean, most people were testing who walk through the door, but with one symptom, if you wanted to get tested, you can.
Right.
I don't want to discourage you because we can test them. It's not a problem, but
That's great. That suits me fine. So as far as the whole, like, then once you get in there, you have to take the COVID test, you don't. And even the doctor wouldn't even prescribe it. And even if the doctor does prescribe it, you do have a choice. If he had fever and a sore throat and the doctor said, I recommend a COVID test, here's your prescription, I could say no thanks. So far I haven't seen any evidence of any of this like forced testing that people are talking about. I mean, clearly we came right in there. We were like as close as you could get to being caught in the net of having to be forcibly tested.
Oh, they said you should get tested or something like that.
And I don't know about other places, but here it wasn't like that. And actually the doctor said she'll test anyone who comes in there. If someone is going to go travel or they, whatever reason it is, and they have no symptoms, she'll still test them. She'll test everybody. But that's because those people want to be tested. But she does not order tests unless she finds there's a really good reason. And again, even if she does, you don't have to go through with the test. So I don't know how it is where you live. Maybe it's very, very different. But in Montreal, this is how it is. And that's for the vaccine. You know, people had said, oh, your kid coughs at school, it's going to be mandatory COVID test, a mandatory vaccine. We don't have a vaccine right now. So obviously, Gunnar, did you get any shots today? Not today. No. How do you feel? No, they didn't do anything. And they didn't even ask about any shots that he's had or nothing. I was feeling paranoid going in here, but I don't feel paranoid right now.
They asked me if we got tested before.
Yeah, they asked if we got tested before. There was only one thing, which was that actually, you know, there are people there with COVID. I told you I do not want to get it because I'm a caregiver to my husband who actually doesn't live in the same apartment as us, but whatever, that's another story. But I'm his caregiver, like his professional caregiver, as well as our relationship. Aside from that, I am his caregiver. And I don't want to not be able to take care of him, because I don't know who would take my place, and he really needs me. And I mean, I am the caregiver for this whole family, including my mother, my son, everybody. If I got COVID and I had to like go on a forced vacation, it would be like a disaster for us right now, because I don't have a replacement. I used to have one, but she can't do the job anymore for whatever reason. So I don't have anyone to take my place. So I don't want to get COVID. I mean, I don't mind if I get it. I just don't want to be on the radar. I don't want to get tested and be like designated as COVID case. You have to go in quarantine, you know? When we were in there, when you first come in after you see the secretary, then they ask everybody to wait in this little room. And it looks like, you know, like a room with shower stalls. Like there's just dividers and all the people are in there. And that seriously freaked me out because there are so many people in this tiny little room that, like, as if those walls are going to make any difference. So everybody's in there, and you know, these are people who might actually have COVID. So think about it. You take, you know, 5 or 6 people, maybe 3 of them actually have it. Put them in the room with 3 other people who don't have it. It seems to me like that waiting room right there seems like a great place to actually get COVID, and I did not want to go in. And they kept trying to convince me, and they were like, oh, but we have walls, oh, but we sanitize. And they're like, you need to go in the room. And I was like, I know. And I was like, I can't do it. I just like had an anxiety attack because I guess that whole environment, and I had all the PPE on, and I realized like I'm having like a panic attack with the mask and the gear, and like the size of the room, it was so small, I felt claustrophobic just looking at it. And I said to them, listen, I know this isn't, I'm not being reasonable, but I think I'm having a panic attack. And they were nice about it. I almost had tears in my eyes. I was like, I don't want to go in the room. Don't make me do it. I don't want to get the COVID.
It's true.
I got really anxious. And again, it's not because I'm actually scared of COVID, but
Oh, Dad.
I had horrible anxiety.
Wait, Mom, the dog.
I didn't want to tell them like, oh, I have like anxiety.
You said I'm traumatized.
What did I say?
You said you're like something with a T, like I'm traumatized or something like you're like, please, I'm traumatized.
Terrified.
I'm
I
terrified.
don't want to go in
I'm
the room.
traumatized.
Please don't make me go in the COVID room.
I can't.
My wife
no.
is having a baby. I have a heart condition. If you make me go in there and I get sick, it's murder.
It's
That was kind of the hard part. That was the low point in our adventure. But yeah, on the whole it went okay, and I'm reassured, and no need to be too paranoid. I just put it in God's hands that if something does happen to me, somebody will be there to take my place, because that's all I care about. You know, that's all I'm worried about. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I just wanted to let you come along with me so you could see how it goes here and how it turned out. And that's it, actually. Went through the whole thing, and we're still not on any kind of government watch list with a big COVID mark next to us. And we didn't not have to go to FEMA camp.
Yeah, we didn't have any people run at us and put a bag over our heads. So
Kidnap us in
it's pretty good.
molester van or nothing. Yeah. So far so good. That's it. I just want to let you know, if you're in Montreal, that's pretty much how it goes.
Well, if you're here at least.
And that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.